सबसे पहले आपके पास ऑब्वियसली एक जर्नी रही है कंपनी की और रिस्पांस भी काफ़ी अच्छा खासा मिला है, थोड़ा सा भले ही डिस्काउंट पे हो लेकिन एक अच्छी बात ज़रूर है कि एक अच्छा रिस्पांस हमें मिला है। तो चर्चा की शुरुआत एक वोट ऑफ थैंक्स के साथ, जो भी इन्वेस्टर्स आपके साथ जुड़े हैं उनको एक वोट ऑफ थैंक्स सर आपकी तरफ से।
All our new stakeholders and shareholders, we would like to welcome them into Avalon family, and you have to look at us at a 3-year window. We are excited at what we can do with Make in India electronics. All our industries are growing, and we want to make sure that we are a company which will take care of the compliance as well as look at to be a globally competitive manufacturing player worldwide.
ओके सो अब आते हैं जो भी हमारे सिचुएशन अभी फ़िलहाल है उसके ऊपर। सुब्रमण्यम साहब, सबसे पहले तो आपके पास बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली जो भी ग्लोबल सिचुएशन है काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग है और ऐसे माहौल में मार्जिन्स को लेकर काफ़ी ज़्यादा चर्चाएं रहती है। सो आई वुड लाइक टू नो इज़ कि हम यहाँ पे आगे कैसे मार्जिन्स को मेंटेन करेंगे, कैसे ग्रोथ दिखाएंगे, उसके ऊपर चर्चा की शुरुआत सर आपसे, सुब्रमण्यम सर।
If you look at our past history in terms of that, we have been able to maintain gross margins about 34 to 36%. It's a fairly steady in the past. Also, this is during in spite of the COVID time and where component shortages are lower. And our unique business model allows us to go back to the customers if the component price goes up, and that's what we have done. So based on the past track record and based on our relationship, we are pretty confident of maintaining the relationship, and for the matter our margins are slowly increasing this as well, and this is again based on our efficient operations. So we are confident with increasing order pipeline, we should be able to maintain or work upon to improve the margins, and that should automatically flow into the bottom line, and that's what we are hoping to do in the future as well.
Okay. सो कुनावत सर, हम जब लास्ट टाइम मिले थे तब हमारी बातचीत हुई थी कि जो 60-65% आसपास का यूटिलाइजेशन है आपका, उसको और आप आगे बढ़ाने के बारे में सोच रहे हैं। तो ये बताइए कब तक में आप देख रहे हैं इसे और कैपेसिटी को बढ़ते हुए, यूटिलाइजेशन को बढ़ते हुए पर्टिकुलरली, कुनावत सर?
हमारा यूटिलाइजेशन अभी तो 60 to 65% है, but we are going to start increasing the capacity utilization for our leverage into making more products through the same capacities. Saying that, although facilities bana rahe hai, already another 6 months we'll have another 150,000 square feet coming into manufacturing space. We are very confident our different factories can rationalize and grow for the next 3 years very comfortably with this space, as well as the order book coming in from the clean energy space, the solar, hydrogen and EVs. We are confident and we can see the excitement ahead.
डेफिनेटली सर। सो अब रेवेन्यूज़ के बारे में भी थोड़ी सी बात करते हैं सुब्रमण्यम सर। फॉर Q4 व्हाट आर यू एक्सपेक्टिंग, किस प्रकार के रेवेन्यूज़ जो है इनफ्लो आप देख रहे हैं? बिकॉज जैसे हमने बात की कैपेसिटीज़ का यूटिलाइजेशन और बढ़ाने के ऊपर भी आपका फोकस है। सो सुब्रमण्यम सर, क्वेश्चन इज ऑन द रेवेन्यू गाइडेंस। व्हाट काइंड ऑफ रेवेन्यू स्ट्रीम आर यू एक्सपेक्टिंग इन Q4?
In terms of moving forward, I think what we are seeing is huge industry tailwinds, which the entire industry is seeing the benefit of it. We being part of the industry, we also get the benefit of it. In terms of the order book, we have given the numbers earlier. I don't want to be getting into specific numbers, but what it suffices to say that is we are seeing interesting in terms of the order pipeline. So the order pipeline is, as of November, was about 1,200 crores, and that's about covering for the next years of revenue in terms of 0.8 to 0.9 times. So that is what will move forward. But over and above that, we are talking to some exciting customers, and they are at various stages in terms of either at initial stage of audit or moving into prototypes, and many of them on the clean energy space, both in India and in USA. So all of that put together, we are pretty excited about in terms of the order pipeline. And some of these new customers what we are talking to will fructify more and beyond FY24 going into FY25. Once, as you know, in this B2B space, once a customer comes in, they stay with us for the life of the product. So we are seeing a huge order pipeline, and we are well satisfied with what we are moving on, and in terms of what we are seeing for the next year and for the year after as well.
डेफिनेटली सर। सो कुनामित सर, नेक्स्ट एक बात जो मैं कहना चाहूँगा, मतलब पूछना चाहूँगा आपसे, वो है कि हमारा जो 3 सेक्टर्स हैं पर्टिकुलरली, उससे 60% का रेवेन्यू है, जहाँ पे क्लीन एनर्जी, मोबिलिटी, इंडस्ट्रियल, इन तीनों की अगर हम बात करते हैं। पिछली बार भी हमने ये बात को समझने की कोशिश की थी पर्टिकुलरली कि जो मिक्स है हमारा, उसको आप कोई चेंज होते हुए देख रहे हैं? बिकॉज क्लीन एनर्जी अब आने वाला वक्त ऑब्वियसली उसके ऊपर फोकस रख रहा है, और साथ ही साथ मोबिलिटी भी है कि जिसमें बहुत ज़्यादा परिवर्तन आज के दिन में हमें देखने मिल रहा है। कुनामित सर,
So you are correct, बिल्कुल सही कर रहे हैं. Three of our largest sectors are the three you mentioned: mobility, industrial, and clean energy. So what we are seeing is all three sectors are growing. Especially in the mobility space, we are seeing a lot of growth in the aerospace business, where we're making parts for planes, inside the planes for global majors. Apart from, because all three are growing, we are seeing much faster rate of growth in the clean energy space, which is solar, hydrogen, and EVs. So compared to that growth, this growth may look a lot smaller, but all the three sectors we are seeing significant, sufficient growth for us in the next few years.
डेफिनेटली सर। इसके अलावा जैसे हमने देखा है कि हमारा यूटिलाइजेशन है, ऑर्डर बुक काफ़ी अच्छा है, ऑलमोस्ट 1190 करोड़ का टिल नवंबर 22 का जो लास्ट अपडेटेड फिगर है उसके हिसाब से। सो एग्जीक्यूशन की टाइमलाइन के बारे में कुनामित सर, अगेन मैं आपके पास थोड़ा सा समझना चाहूँगा किस प्रकार का एग्जीक्यूशन टाइमलाइन है। जैसे आप भी कैपेसिटी यूटिलाइजेशन के बारे में पहले भी आपने बताया, तो उसको देखते हुए किस प्रकार से आप यहाँ से आगे बढ़ रहे हैं अभी फिलहाल?
So when you talk about orders, it is executable orders between 12 and 14 months. Apart from that, with the same customers and new customers, we have multiple contracts for multi-year, 3 years, 5 years, which have not counted in the orders. So when we say orders, it is usually executable in the 12 to 14 month time frame.
ओके। इसके अलावा हम देख रहे हैं कि ऑब्वियसली जो इस प्रकार का सिचुएशन है, कैश फ्लो के बारे में, सुब्रमण्यम सर, द क्वेश्चन गोज टू यू। जिस प्रकार का सिचुएशन हमने देखा है, कैश फ्लो जो ऑपरेट हो रहा है हमारा, उसमें एक स्टेडी डिक्लाइन हमने देखा है ओवर द ईयर्स। सो इसके बारे में यहाँ से आगे किस प्रकार से आपके स्टेप्स रहेंगे, सुब्रमण्यम सर?
In terms of business, as you know, it's a fairly capital light business, but working capital intensive business. Today, the inventory levels are fairly elevated, because of which you will have a bit of impact on the operating cash flow. But as we move forward, we are seeing two things happening. We have raised money where our debt will come down and the cost of debt will come down. That's one. And number two, we are seeing early signs of component shortage easing. So that should release cash in terms of moving forward. We believe it will take a year and a half for the inventory cash to be released. Both of them should give a lot of cushion in terms of the operating cash flow and go back to the steady state is what we are expecting. All of this should make sure that we are well funded for the growth pipeline what we are seeing. The idea of IPO itself is to make sure the growth is fully funded and we exploit the wind in our sails and आगे बढ़ने के लिए, so that we grow at the industry or probably the delta X to the industry. This is our aim and we are seeing all signs of that.
ओके सर। सो इन सब मुद्दों पर हम ज़रूर ध्यान रखेंगे। और सर, इसके अलावा जैसे डिमांड आउटलुक का, कुनामित सर, एक आखिरी सवाल आपसे पूछना चाहूँगा, बिकॉज हम देख रहे हैं सारे ऑटो सेगमेंट में सब जगह पे तो ऑब्वियसली वेटिंग लिस्ट वगैरह है, केबल्स हैं, बाकी सारी चीज़ें हैं। जिस प्रकार से डिमांड सिनेरियो है वो भी थोड़ा एक सर आखिरी सवाल कुनामित सर।
Yeah, absolutely. We are seeing a lot of demand, especially in the transportation sector or mobility, whether it is air or auto or rail, or our growing infrastructure industries. If you take rail, we are seeing a lot of growth in signaling and braking. So it's exciting times, especially in the Indian market. And outside India, where we do a lot of export, we are seeing a lot of growth in the sunrise sector, like the clean energy space, where a lot of money is going into clean energy all over the world. And we are one of the leading companies in India, where we can manufacture in the US as well as in India, with majority being made in India, okay, which is 80% of the production is made in India. So customers tend to take opportunity to have the labor arbitrage in India, which is working very well for us into the future.